Great. We are live. Amazing. I will wait for a minute to give you all time to join me here, and will invite some of you as well. I can only invite those of you who are friends with me on Facebook. So if you're not yet, then do feel free to send me a friend request. Great. Here we go. Hi, Anne-Marie. Hi, how are you doing today? Saying you're doing well and you're enjoying the day. Oh, that's amazing. I love hearing that. How am I? I'm having a quite intense day today. It's like my whole family is gathered in one place. And yeah, that's intense. So I had a walk before, and then I was drumming for a bit to kind of come back into myself, and that was good. So right now I feel calm and I feel happy as always to be with you here. Great. So for all those of you who are on the replay, please make sure to comment. It's so important because I will not be able to speak to you directly. So please comment so I can follow up with you there and then. Okay, let's wait a few more moments to see if anybody else wants to join us. And Anne-Marie, let me know, please, how this process is going for you so far. And everybody else as well. I really want to know if there's any questions and what's going on for you. Often these processes bring up intense feelings, so I really want to support you with all of that. So feel free to share it with me. Good, and then let's jump in. So welcome to day 3 of the Shamanic Yoga Initiation. So now at this point we have clarity about what we want to let go of and what we want to welcome in instead. We have created an intention out of that, and we now know how to keep our attention on that intention until it actually comes to life in a way that feels nurturing. And we've also talked about the fact that we can affect change a lot more effectively when we learn how to be present with what is amazing about our lives and about ourselves right now. And I asked you all to feel into what your UBP is, your unique beauty or power, and the thing that makes you you. So if you haven't shared that yet, please do that, either here below the video or in yesterday's video or in another post in the group. It doesn't matter where, but share it with us, because this is such an important part of this whole process, becoming more visible as who you are. That will really increase your self-love and confidence big time, and it will inspire the other women as well. So that's so important. Please do that. Anne-Marie, have you shared your UBP yet? So far, so good. Exactly. Natalia, hi. Amazing that you're here as well. Great. Yeah, so now the only thing that is really left is to talk about the one factor that will make all of this easier, this whole process that I show you, which is community. But before we go into that, I really want us all to understand what self-love has to do with all of this. So self-love, from my experience, not only in my own life, but with my clients as well, with all my friends and family around me, it's really the most important thing in life. Like, it's really the most important thing, because if we don't love ourselves, then nothing can feel truly good, because the one constant in your life is that you are you. So if we can make peace with who we are and nurture our self-love, then whatever we do and whatever the circumstances of our life, we will always have that foundation to come back to. And that can give us so much stability and joy. So that is really, really so important. Hi, Nicola. So nice to have you here. Please, Nicola, Natalia, let me know how you're doing, how this process is going for you so far. I really want to know. And I want you all to share your UBP, your unique beauty or power. And what I wanted to say about self-love as well is a little note to all of the mamas in this group. So it's so important to understand that an empty well cannot give water. So if you have kids like I do, then that's not an excuse to not nurture yourself. It's on the contrary, actually, like we can only truly be there for our children if we learn how to fill our own cup first. Good. So back to our process of conscious creation and what that has to do with self-love. So what often happens when we learn something new is that it feels amazing. We're like, wow, we're excited, and we keep going for a while, and then all of a sudden, we stop. So I really want you to think about that for a moment. What have you started that felt just so good and created amazing results for you, and then you just stopped doing it? And let me know in the comments what comes to you. Hi, Veronique. How are you doing today? What have you started in your life that was really amazing? It felt great. You knew it was good for you, but you still stopped. I can think of a lot of things. Like I love painting and drawing. I'm good at it as well. Yeah, I stopped doing it at some point. Singing. I love singing. I was really on the path to getting better and got so much enjoyment out of it, and I stopped. So many things. Veronique, you're saying meditation. Yeah. In the beginning, before I learned shamanic journeying, it was the same for me with meditation. I just stopped doing it. And Anne-Marie is saying, I think actually what I'm working on now, manifesting a new job, I keep starting and stopping. I see. Yeah, it can be tricky to know where we are at in the process of manifesting, which is why I'm sharing all of this information with you here, because it's a very clear process. And if you follow it, if you follow what I shared with you yesterday about how to let go and welcome in consciously, then I think it's pretty obvious where you are at. And Anne-Marie in the Shamanic Yoga Transformation will start doing rituals together as well. That will really help, I think. And you're saying knitting as well. I'm great at it and I stopped. Veronique, exercise, yeah. Natalia, you're saying being happy and relaxed. Not sure. Let me know what you mean with that. Please explain. I really want to know. Great. So we can all relate to this. And the question is, why do we do that? Why do we stop doing things that are great for us and that feel great? And the reason is because deep down, we think that we don't deserve to feel that good. You know, our self-love is just not strong enough. And that is something that most of us struggle with. And it is a normal byproduct of the way most of us grow up, being criticized a lot by parents, teachers, and peers. And yeah, there's no use dwelling on how sad it all is. But the question is, what can we do about it? What can we do about it now? How can we avoid to stop doing what is good for us? And the wonderful thing about the process of consciously letting go and welcoming in that I've shown you yesterday is that it will automatically grow your self-love, because you will show yourself in doing that practice that you are worthy of your own loving attention and effort. But the thing is this, your self-love will grow with time and practice. And until you actually feel deserving enough of your intention by cultivating it and increasing your self-love that way, you might still stop somewhere in that process. And obviously, we really want to avoid that. I really don't want that to happen to you. I want you to really be able to use that process and to really enjoy who you are in the moment and create the change that you want to see in your life. So what we do to really make sure that that happens for you is to bring in the community factor. So when others know what we are up to, it is so much easier to actually do it. And it is just so comforting to have people who are aligned with who you are and who are just at your side, you know, whenever you need them, to cheer you up when you feel that things are hard, and also to inspire them, you know, when you're doing great, to share your joy. So that is just something so valuable. And the great thing is that we have this beautiful community right here. We are all women who care, all ready to support each other and happy for each other's successes. So what your homework is for today is to start a new post in our group and to write one sentence about yourself and your intention from day one. And then ask who wants to be your supporting sister, your SS. So let's get you all connected to each other. Because, you know, it will make it all more easy, it will all make it more enjoyable. So does all of this make sense? Can you all relate to what I'm saying? And Maria is saying, sometimes I think things are too good to be true. Yeah, that's exactly what happens when we feel like we're ready for something, and then we start manifesting it, and then when it starts happening, we're like, whoa, I'm not used to that. It's like, it's this upper ceiling thing that we have, this upper limit, you know, and then we stop manifesting it. We take a step back, and that is just such a shame. So we really want to stop doing that. Good, you're saying you love this. Great, and I'm making sense. Good, that's good to know. So, once more, I want you to post into the group one sentence about yourself, your intention from day one, and to ask who wants to be your supporting sister. That will be just so amazing to have this one person who can just lovingly check in with you and hold you accountable so that you will actually stick to your intention and that you can just share your process with. Obviously, I'm also here for that, but still, it's just fun to have somebody who's like, you know, like your sister. That is really cool. So I want to go over this whole process that I've shared with you during the last 3 days, just to give you a little recap, because I want to make sure that you will be able to apply this again and again. So here is it all in 4 really easy steps. The first one is, whenever you want to create change in your life, you start it with an intention. Get very clear on what you want and decide on what you are letting go of to actually make space for that intention to grow. Then the second step is to continue to nurture that intention and to let go of what does not serve you anymore with a bi-weekly pampering ritual within the framework of either your menstrual cycle, the phases of the moon, your breath, or an asana practice. And and with 5 minutes of daily nurturingness. So you have 2 rituals a month and a 5-minute daily practice. It's very simple. It doesn't take a lot of time. It's not complicated. And it's powerful. It's really powerful. And the third step is to make sure that you stay committed to your process. And what will really help you do that is to share your intention and your progress with our sister circle, and especially with your supporting sister. And the fourth step, which is not even really a step, but it's just something that you want to do at the same time in all of this, is to always stay connected to your UBP, to your unique, special amazingness, and just to appreciate who you are and what you have right now. Really don't underestimate this, because acceptance and gratitude are just super important first steps in any transformational process. That's it. That's the complete simple practice to make sure that you will feel great, love being who you are, and create your dreams with ease. Great. Are there any questions for me at this point? Natalia, you're saying like being afraid to be happy, like Anne-Marie is saying. Yeah, I know. It can feel so strange if we're not used to it, you know, if we've grown up with a lot of struggle and just not feeling great about who we are, like I have, then it can feel scary sometimes when you're just so happy. But when you affirm again and again that you're allowed to feel that great, you deserve to feel that great, you know, and when you affirm that again and again, then it will be your new reality. You will have, you know, yeah, a higher ceiling, a higher threshold, you know, it will just grow with time and practice. Good. So if you have any questions about this, if you want to share anything else, write it into the comments. And I want to share a little practice note about all of this with you. So what can happen during this process is that painful emotions or limiting beliefs come up. And that is actually normal. This often happens when we start to look within, and if you can, try to just welcome that and be patient with it and know that this too is part of creating what you want to experience. So, you know, it's like often we just try to avoid to look within, you know, and we get so distracted. We really distract ourselves to not have to feel. And when we then do that, then all of these things come up. But that's actually good. It gives all of the things, all of the old wounds, just a chance to come up and to be seen. And when we can just be present with that, you know, that's all it needs. That's all the process needs. A lot of this can just, it's like opening the windows, you know, then the fresh air can come in. That's really it. So just try to stick with that and just breathe into those feelings, and it will get easier. The more you do this kind of process, the more these things will come up. You will be like, okay, thank you for showing up. And then they will also go away again, and then you will just feel better and better and better and better. And that's the whole goal of this process. And if you feel that this is showing up like either resistance or these difficult emotions are showing up in a way that actually keep you from completing this process, then please do let me know, and I'll be so happy to support you. And if this is the beginning of the shamanic yoga transformation for you, then don't worry, because I've got you covered with a series of healing practices. So here we are, already at the end of the shamanic yoga initiation. Wow. Thank you. Thank you for joining me for this adventure. And, you know, getting amazing inputs and guidance is only the first step in creating what you want. And the second is to actually do it. So please, all of the homework I've given you, please do it. That's part of the process. And I want you to not just see this as information that you got that's interesting, but you can actually make this your personal practice, and it will be really powerful for you. So do it, sister. Even if it feels tough, you know, you're going to really thank yourself for it later. And if any of this is really challenging for you, then let me know about it and I can help you out. That's what I'm here for. Good. One last chance to ask me anything you want to know, share anything at all. Anne-Marie is saying, would you like me to share my unique beauty power about myself with my intention on Facebook? Yeah, inside our group. Yeah. Your intention and your unique beauty and power, I want you to share about all of that. Karen, hi. So nice for you to join us. And with the sad emotions, this too shall pass. Exactly, Anne-Marie. Yeah, that's what I love saying, because, you know, like, I think that one of the most important lessons in life is to learn that we're never going to always feel great, and we're never going to always feel bad. Life is made up of all kinds of emotions, and if we can just welcome that and be like, yeah, that's the way it is, and just flow with life in that way, that is just such a relief. Oh, hi, Olivia. Amazing that you're here as well. You're saying my biggest problem is the fact that I do not appreciate enough who I am and try to change some things and felt like it never works. Should I just accept the person I am and not try to change even the things I don't like? That is such a good question, and that's actually what we talked about today. It's really good that you're asking this, so I can clarify this once more, that whatever we want to change, obviously there's always going to be things about our lives and about ourselves that we want to change, and that's because we're human. It's always going to stay that way. There's always going to be a next level. That's normal. But the important thing is that we have to understand that if we can't accept ourselves the way we are, then we're fighting with ourselves. There's a lot of resistance within ourselves, and then what we want can come to us because it's just not the same vibration. So what's really important is that whatever you want to change, you just first have to accept things the way they are. You have to start looking for what is good about this, for what you can learn about this. And then once you feel this acceptance and this gratitude, even for the stuff that feels shit, you know, if you can come to that point, you will feel that things start to shift automatically. It's really powerful. This is, yeah, it's great. I mean, I know it's difficult, and if you need more guidance on this, I'd love to help you out, because I really know this very well from my own life, and I've helped a lot of other women with this as well. So don't hesitate to reach out to me if you want more help with this. Hi, Susan. What do I do around people ripping me off? Well, I would first say, ask yourself where you're ripping yourself off. Like, everybody in your life is a reflection of who you are. Like me, for example, I'm at the moment in quite a challenging situation, and I always ask myself, what this person's doing to me, where am I doing it to myself? And I realized that that I have certain patterns from my past, and that are still subconsciously anchored in my being. And now at the moment, I'm just focusing on letting that go and creating a new intention for what I actually want. So that's, I think, Susan, the first step. And if you need more guidance on this, then I'd love to help. You're welcome, Olivia. Amazing. So thanks again for being here. This was just an amazing 3 days, and I'm just so grateful for all of you. You make this work that I love so much possible. So thank you for being here with me. And don't forget that all of these things that you're doing, all of this work and time that you're investing in yourself, you're not only doing it for yourself. This will have a ripple effect that goes out into the world and will benefit so many more people than you will ever know about. So thank you for doing that. And if this is the beginning of the Shamanic Yoga transformation for you, then I am just so excited that we're going to spend so much more time working closely together to reconnect you to your inner knowing and unique beauty and power. I really look forward to moving our bodies together and doing breathing practices and guided meditations, and most of all, to actually teach you how you can do shamanic journeying. I really look forward to that, and I love all of you so much. Thanks again for being here with me. And now last time, let me check the comments. So Susan, you're saying, can you give me an example? An example of the universe being a mirror, is that what you mean? You say you give everything for free, but still you feel that people are ripping you off. Well, the thing is not how you are with other people. The thing is, how are you with yourself? Where are you ripping yourself off? That's actually what I meant. So think about where you're asking too much of yourself, for example. That could be maybe a good thing. But if you want to talk about this more, I offer everybody in this group a 30-minute free chat. So I would love to support you with it. You can just get into my schedule. Great, this is it. Thank you so much, ladies. I really look forward to connecting to you all more soon, and I'm sending you all lots of love. Bye-bye.